Hey guys, welcome to my yarn room. My name is Ginger, I am the Yarn Geek, and today I am going to show you how to make a bucket hat. Just like this. I love bucket hats because you can make them be a bunch of different ways. You can do this, you can flip up the back and make it look like all like this. You can do that. You can do a multitude of things. So anyway, here goes on a tutorial of how to make a bucket hat. Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to crochet a quick and easy bucket hat. These are the supplies and tools you will need to make your hat. A pair of scissors, 2 skeins of yarn, 1 size L or I believe it's 7mm crochet hook, and a tapestry needle. The reason we're using 2 skeins of yarn is because we're going to be holding 2 strands together to make this hat. It can also be made using a 5-weight yarn. For this hat, I'm using Furl's Wonder acrylic yarn. That's what I use to make that hat. For this tutorial, I am using Furl's Wonder 100% acrylic yarn. It is a 4-weight and there are 120 yards in each skein. Now it's wrapped all around like that because it's easier to use 2 skeins of yarn when you're pulling out of the middle, but pulled out of the middle and a bunch of yarn barf came out. So we're going to be unwinding it for the first part of the hat. Let's get started. To start out your hat, you will start out with a magic circle, or any other way you prefer to start out your circles. Okay, so what I've done with the magic circle, chained 3, and then in the circle I'm going to double crochet another 11 stitches for a total of 12 double crochets. That first chain 3 will count as the first double crochet. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. When you're finished with the first round, oh, you don't have to take the hook out. You will pull the magic circle tight, and then on the 3rd chain of that first chain 3 that we did on the row, you will make a slip stitch. And that will be the end of the first round. Next, crochet another 3, and this will be the first stitch of the second round. Crochet, double crochet right back in to that same top of that chain 3, so there'll be 2 stitches in that stitch. And then for the rest of round 2, you will double crochet 2 stitches in each stitch around. At the end of the second row, we'll have 24 stitches, including that first chain 3. Attach to the top of the 3rd chain with a slip stitch, and then we'll be ready for round 3. Round 3, chain 3, go right back into that same stitch. So you've got 2 double crochets in that stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And that's the pattern that we're going to repeat all the way around. 2 stitches, then 1 stitch. 2 stitches in the next stitch. And then another stitch. By the end of this round, you will have 36 stitches in your hat so far. We're now at the end of row 3 and just like before, we're going to join to the top stitch in that chain of 3, and then this time we're just going to crochet 1. We're going to go back into that same stitch with a single crochet, and in row 4 we are going to single crochet 2, 1 in each stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And that's going to be the pattern all the way around. 2 single crochets, or 1 single crochet in each of 2 stitches, and then 2 single crochets in 1. So you'll go 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and do that all the way around. At the end of row 4, there will be 48 single crochets. Next, slip stitch right into the top of the first stitch, single crochet of round 4. Next, what we're going to do, chain 3, and this is going to be the top of the hat right here, and now we're going to turn and go down for the edges. So first stitch, right into that first stitch, we're going to double crochet, and we're not going to be make any increases on this round. We're just going to be putting 1 double crochet into the back loop of each single crochet for a total of 48 single crochets for the entire row. Okay, see you at the end. At the end of row 5, you will have 48 double crochets all the way around, and then slip stitch right into the top chain of the chain 3 at the beginning of the last row. We're going to repeat the last row 4 more times, and then for the side of the hat we will have a total of 5 rows of 48 double crochets. You should now be at the end of row 5 of the side right here, and you will join at the top of the chain 3. Just join with a little slip stitch, chain 1, and then single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And at the, whoops, sometimes this happens with when you're using two strands. Okay, just finish this round. You'll have 48 single crochets at the end, and I will see you there. At the end of this row, we will be ready to start the brim. As in every other row, slip stitch to the beginning of the, I guess that would be the 6th row of the edge. Next, single crochet, chain 3, and then double crochet in the front stitch only. And this counts as the first stitch, the chain 3, 1, 2, 3, making sure to just crochet in that front chain, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to increase by crocheting 2 into that next stitch, and this is going to be the repeat for the pattern all the way around. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in that 6th stitch, crochet 2 to increase. Double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in that 6th stitch. Now, repeat that pattern, and I will see you at the end of the row. All right, we are at the end of that first row of the brim. On the reverse side, it should look like that. It should have, oh, I don't know if you can tell, it should have like that ridge right there for that back chain that was not crocheted in, and that helps for the brim to turn up. To start the second row of the brim, slip stitch into the top chain of the chain 3, and then chain 3, crochet in that first stitch, and in this round we will be crocheting into both loops of the chain, and we'll double crochet into the first 6 stitches, and remember we're counting this first chain 3 as a double crochet, so I guess we would be double crocheting into 5 stitches, with this one counting as the 6th, and then double crochet, increase right here, so you'd crochet 2 in there, and you'll be able to tell if you're on track because it will be that second loop of the increase on the previous row. Okay, here's the pattern again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then increase, double crochet 2 into that next stitch, and I can tell I'm on track because I crocheted right into the top of that second stitch of the last increase, and I will meet you at the end of the round. Okay, we're now at the end of the second round of the brim, and we're going to slip stitch into the third chain of the chain 3, and we're going to crochet the last row on the hat. This time we will double crochet for this first repeat of the pattern. We're just going to double crochet into the first 6 stitches, because if you remember, this one counts as the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then increase of 2, and remember that's going into the second stitch of the increase in the previous row. Oh, I forgot to tell you, at the end of this second brim row, there should be 64 double crochet stitches. Okay, now I'll show you one more repeat and then we can finish the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 6, 7, and then an increase. And I can tell I'm on track because that increase is in the second stitch of the increase of the previous row. All right, I'll see you at the end of the hat. Okay, we are now at the end of the hat, and we'll just slip stitch into that third chain. Cut that off, tie it off, and then we'll sew the ends in and I will show you what the hat looks like. Okay guys, here's our finished hat. What do you think? It can go like that. It can go like that, give your eyes some shade. You can put it up in the back and make it kind of like, you know, dapper. It's pretty shapeable and it's fun. I hope you guys had fun making your hat. And as always, you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. Mwah! Love you. Bye. Today I'm going to show you guys how to crochet a super quick and easy bucket hat. Today I am going to show you how to make a bucket hat.